Good evening, ladies. How are you? After we spoke on the former videos about different subjects such as the purpose of life and the reason why we were brought here, and understanding how Hashem sends us hints to show us to the right path, to show us to the right way where we should be. Then I think that there are the subject that we're talking about, which is trust in Hashem. It's very close to the subject of faith. And I would like to go there a little. I would like to talk a little bit about faith before we go back to our book, Chobat HaLevavot, the obligation of the hearts. I want to use a different book and talk a little bit about faith. And a very fundamental, a very basic thing in Judaism is understanding that this world is not the end of everything, that there is an afterlife, that after we pass away, we don't just disappear. We move to a spiritual world. And that's that's where we will be rewarded, and that's where we'll be punished. And we call it Olam HaEmet, which means the world of truth. That in this world, sometimes we don't know what's the truth, and we are sometimes lost. And sometimes we can focus on things that are not truth. We have a lot of lies surrounding us. And in this world that is the afterlife, everything is very true. And we have it written in many places, but it's something that we can also understand on our own, because every person in his right mind won't be willing to do something for no purpose, for no reason. If someone would tell you, raise your hand and put it down, raise your hand and put it down for an hour and a half for no reason, you wouldn't do it, right? If you would have been paid for it, that's one thing, but not being paid for it, you wouldn't do it. Why? Because there is no reason to do such a silly thing. And if that makes sense for a human being, of course, that Hashem wouldn't create this entire universe that is huge and complex, and this world that is beautiful and so complex, and us for no reason at all, just for stam, we call it, for no reason. Why would Hashem make it? So obviously there is a purpose. Hashem made it for a purpose. There is a reason why Hashem created all of it, all of us. And now we need to think, can this purpose take place here? In this world where everything ends and dies, when we live such short lives that are often full of pain, and then we die. Could that be the purpose? Can that be the great goal for which Hashem created the entire world? It makes no sense. Why would Hashem create us so full of wisdom and sensitivity and feelings and you know what? We're great human beings, and this world does not necessarily require that. We could have just been made as animals, just creatures that live and die, because if this is what there is in this world, then it doesn't require so much more. So why would Hashem make us such complex human beings? So full. Why? Why do we have to be this way? So obviously, this world cannot be it. This cannot be the reason for which Hashem created it. It can't take place here. The divine, most perfect purpose that Hashem could have created, the most perfect world, is that it? Is that how it's supposed to be? Probably not. So if we know that there is an afterworld, and we know that the punishment and the reward are being given there, and then they don't come here. They could come here. You could be rewarded for good things here in this world. We say in davening every day, different mitzvot that we're promised to be rewarded for in this life and in the afterlife, such as honoring your parents, or making peace between people, or things like that. But we can also be, in a way, punished. We can have pain in this world, but it's not punishment. It's not revenge. It's not like you didn't do what I said, so I'm going to punish you and you're going to hurt. This is not it. It's if we're off the path. Hashem loves us so much, and He created this entire world for a purpose, and we're not there. We're so far away from the purpose sometimes. Then Hashem directs us. He pushes us a little So we'll find our way, so we'll find our path. And also the pain that we're being given here, it's not a punishment. It's something that we should, in a way, be grateful for. And it's said that when a person has a miracle happening to them, we say the blessing of atov v'ameitiv. If a person, for example, suffered a terrible illness and he was cured, then he says the blessing atov v'ameitiv. He thanks Hashem for all the great things that Hashem has done to him. And then, if a person has something bad happening to him, what do we say? Baruch dayan ha'emet, right? When a person, let's say, passes away, we say that we acknowledge that Hashem is the true judge, that the judgments that we see in this world are true. And it's said that after Mashiach comes, we'll always say hatov v'ameitiv. Even when bad things would happen to you, would always say thank you to Hashem, and thank you for all the good things that you do to us, because we'll understand that even the bad things that happen to us are really good, and really they're for our own good, and how we should really be grateful for all the things that even look bad to us. And that is it, that it's really the true. Even now, we should say hatov v'ameitiv. We should be grateful to Hashem for even things that seem bad to us, because they're not bad. Hashem doesn't do bad to us, even if we don't understand exactly why and how. But it's because it's a limited world, because we are limited, because our understanding and our sight, we are unable to understand now why exactly Hashem is doing whatever He does. That's why we say Baruch dayan ha'emet. We accept that this is a true judgment. But really, the truth is that all the things that are being done to us, they're all for our own good. And they're all really good. And thank you. That's it. Have a good evening.